Y'all, the tea is scalding hot today. Remember when Nicki Minaj was calling out Jay-Z and everyone thought she was just being a hater? Well, honey, it turns out she might have been spitting facts all along. Jay-Z just got exposed for allegedly doing something absolutely horrifying with a 13-year-old girl, and everyone is losing their minds connecting the dots back to what Nicki's been saying. Listen, when Nicki was dropping hints, some people were literally begging her to keep quiet, saying she was making herself a target. But our girl wasn't afraid. Remember that iconic tweet she posted? Tried to tell y'all, but y'all wanted brunch LMFAO, I'm on a effing roll. Like, she was not playing. And get this, she even tweeted the number 13, the exact age of the victim. Talk about sending a message. The drama gets even juicier because apparently Jay-Z played Nicki dirty by scamming her out of a whopping $8.9 million from some deal, and baby, she's been out for blood ever since. And now, with all this mess about him allegedly messing with a 13-year-old coming to light, Chile? Nicki is not holding back, and this time everyone's standing right behind her. So, let me spill all the tea about this massive scandal that's been shaking up the industry these past few days. Jay-Z's entire career is literally crumbling before our eyes after these shocking allegations came to light. Remember that Texas attorney, Tony Busby, the one who had that press conference a few months back? Well, he dropped a bomb when he said he'd be representing 100 Diddy victims, and honey, he warned us that some names would leave us shook. But nobody, and I mean nobody, was ready for Jay-Z to be on that list. Now, here's where it gets really messy. This lawsuit was originally filed back in October in the Southern District of New York, but Jay-Z wasn't named at first. But child, after Tony and the victim tried to get Jay to settle behind closed doors and he wouldn't play ball, they amended that lawsuit and put his name right out there in broad daylight. The allegations in this lawsuit are beyond disturbing, y'all. According to the suit, this poor unnamed girl was allegedly by both Jay-Z and Diddy at Diddy's after party for the 2000 MTV Music Awards. And get this, they allegedly took turns, and there was even some unnamed female celebrity who supposedly watched and recorded the whole thing. Like I can't even. Now y'all might be wondering how a 13-year-old even ended up at this party. According to the lawsuit, she snuck out of her house that night to go to the MTV Awards. Her parents had no idea. When she couldn't get in because she didn't have a ticket, she started asking the limo drivers outside if they could help her get into the after parties instead. That's when she met Diddy's driver, who said something super creepy about her, fitting what Diddy was looking for. I mean, red flags everywhere. The story gets even darker from there. The driver took her to the after party, where she says she was immediately given drinks that were laced with substances. Before she knew it, she was feeling woozy and lightheaded. Shortly afterward, according to the lawsuit, Combs and Carter entered the room with Combs saying, "You ready to party?" What happened next is just horrifying. She claims Carter stripped her clothes off, held her down, and her while Combs and that mystery female celebrity just watched. Then Combs allegedly her while Carter and the woman looked on. The only reason she escaped being forced into more awful acts was because she managed to hit Combs in the neck, and then she ran straight to a petrol gas station where her father found her. Y'all, when this news dropped, people weren't even that shocked because, and this is the tea, there have been whispers for years about Jay-Z's alleged interest in young girls. And let's not forget, he's been thick as thieves with R. Kelly and Diddy for decades. He even dropped a whole joint album with Kelly right around when these allegations were coming out. The internet is going wild with reactions. One person spilled the truth saying, "There's no alternative reality of the multiverse that JY didn't know exactly what Diddy was doing, and he was still best friends with him. The only explanation possible is that he cut from the same cloth, nothing other than that makes sense." Another person hit the nail on the head. Jay-Z and Diddy are too many men with huge egos. The fact that they stayed friends this long means they both had dirt on each other. But here's where it gets even spicier. People are now bringing up how Nicki Minaj has been trying to sound the alarm about Jay-Z for years. Everyone thought she was just being salty because of Megan's connections with him and Beyoncé. But honey, there's so much more to this story. Nicki was in Jay's inner circle way before Megan even dreamed of becoming a rapper, so she's got the real tea. And get this, Nicki never showed up to any of Jay's famous Rock Nation brunches, even though she was super close with Beyoncé and got invited every year. It's like she knew what was really going down at those gatherings and wanted no part of it. Earlier this year, when she was beefing with Megan, She didn't hold back. She dragged Jay-Z into it and exposed how he was trying to destroy her career just to make room for Megan.
If that Rock Nation brunch got you feeling like you could talk about my family, and I have a 3-year-old innocent child, have had my home swatted twice with drawn, they magically, no one seemed to find the person.
But wait, it gets even messier. Nicki went off on Twitter, calling out both Jay-Z and Des Perez, the president of Rock Nation. She spilled that they were spending millions trying to keep her quiet about what she knows. She tweeted, "On the next song, I delve into the people Desiree allegedly fired for unknown reasons, other things as well. So many people were blindsided and hurt by her. Allegedly, she's willing to go broke to try and replace me. Fix it, Jesus." And y'all, this beef with Jay was brewing way before the Megan drama. Last year, when Nicki was about to drop her Pink Friday 2 album, she went in on Elliott Wilson for coming at her after she did that live stream with Kai Cenat. She straight up said, "Elliott, if you spit Jay-Z's D out for 1 second, you'd be able to be happy for the newcomers. Isn't that how y'all tried to tarnish my image by saying, I'm not welcoming new black girls in, did some songs with all of them, though? Why you not happy for a young black man like Kai tomorrow, B?"
You know how many tweets I've seen you post disrespecting me, Idiot Wilson? All of y'all, for some reason, when y'all are around certain people, y'all feel that y'all have this power. Why? When y'all have an affiliation to Jay-Z in some sort of way, y'all be thinking that y'all can disrespect and violate.
Now here's where things get really interesting. Storm Monroe, you know, that YouTube blogger who's always got the inside scoop from Hollywood? Well, he dropped some major tea. According to his sources, Jay-Z was the mastermind behind all this drama, and get this, there's allegedly a paid mole in Nicki's team who's been getting those Rock Nation checks to spill everything about what Nicki's doing. That's how those Dutch police somehow knew about the weed in her luggage before she even touched down. The whole thing was apparently a setup from Jump Street to paint her as a criminal and mess up her tour.
Was that allegedly Jay-Z and Rock Nation is behind this. Jay-Z and Rock Nation has been after Nicki for a while, especially after she released that song, Bigfoot, Goodfoot. But even long before then, there had been beef, which I did not realize. So, from what I'm being told, wait, let me read the intel as it's coming in. Was trying to get her arrested, but of course legally. That's why they waited till she was overseas to do this to her. Oh, Rock Nation wanted to make sure that when she got arrested or apprehended for whatever, because you know in the industry they can get you set up with all kinds of charges. All right. It said that they wanted to make sure her husband was not with her, because her husband is her protection, which we know that, but we know bankrupt Nicki. And this is why there has been several stories planted about her being broke, going broke, or needing to constantly tour because she's close to being broke. So listen, set up and sabotage. And if I was Nicki, I would fire my whole team. Fire the whole security team. There is a mole. Get rid of them all. There is a mole. Because now that I think about it, Rock Nation got Meg. The only competition that Nicki has is Meg. Let's keep it real. It ain't Lotto. It ain't Mocha Latte. What's the other rappers out here? There's nobody. It ain't Cardi. I know y'all wanted it to be Cardi. It ain't Cardi. She was absolutely set up. Also, Tory Lanez was supposed to sign the Rock Nation first, and the second option was Meg. See? But y'all remember when Tory Lanez daddy said, "This is Rock Nation." We all thought he was crazy.
But Chili, the drama doesn't stop there. Remember when Jay-Z snubbed Lil Wayne from performing at the Super Bowl? Nicki went off again and exposed how Jay-Z allegedly scammed her out of a whole $8.9 million. Let me break this tea down for you. Back when Jay-Z owned Tidal, he signed all these big artists as co-owners: Nicki, Madonna, Alicia Keys, Lil Wayne, Rihanna, and Beyoncé. They each had 1.5% ownership and were supposed to promote the platform and sometimes drop exclusive music there first. Fast forward to 2021, and Jay-Z sells Tidal to Twitter's CEO Jack Dorsey for a whopping $297 million. And did it all behind everyone's backs. Now, the word on the street was that all the co-owners were supposed to get $8.9 million for their share. But honey, during Nicki's recent rant, she spilled that she didn't see a single penny. Jay-Z apparently made up those stories about the co-owners getting paid just so people wouldn't come for him about selling Tidal without telling anybody. Someone on TikTok tried to say, and everyone who had the 1.5% got paid, but Nicki shut that down real quick with, I didn't even get one red penny when no one promoted it more than me outside of Beyoncé, LOL. So now everybody's looking back at everything Nicki's been saying about Jay's shady business moves, and it's all making sense. But wait, there's more. Jay-Z just dropped a statement denying these SA allegations, but chilly, nobody's buying what he's selling. His statement read, my lawyer received a blackmail attempt called a demand letter from a lawyer named Tony Busby. What he had calculated was the nature of these allegations, and the public scrutiny would make me want to settle. No, sir, it had the opposite effect. It made me want to expose you for the fraud that you are in very public fashion. So no, I will not give you one red penny. He went on saying, my only heartbreak is for my family. My wife and I will have to sit our children down, one of whom is at the age where her friends will surely see the press and ask questions about the nature of these claims and explain the cruelty and greed of people I mourn, yet another loss of innocence. You've made a terrible error in judgment thinking that all celebrities are the same. I'm not from your world. I'm a young man who made it out the projects of Brooklyn. I look forward to showing you just how different I am. The internet is having a field day with all this. One person tweeted, Jay-Z getting arrested on Nicki Minaj B-Day is insane. She's been calling me out for years. Why you think Megan and Cardi B started getting pushed? They wanted Nicki out the industry, but guess what? Queens get the money. Another one said, Jay-Z getting canceled on Nicki Minaj's birthday after constantly trying to end her is so full circle. But now I'm dying to know what y'all think about all this drama. Was Nicki right all along about Jay-Z's shady behavior? And what about these serious allegations against him? What's your take? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to click here to watch another super messy video that you won't want to miss.